Beyond every horizon lies a new frontier. Explore, build, evolve. AuraLith Frontier.
Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into the actual architecture of your comprehensive compensation package, and we're going to map out a strategy to make absolutely sure you aren't leaving serious money on the table. You know, we spend so much time negotiating our base salaries, but the hidden wealth, it almost always lies in the mechanics of our benefits.
All right, let's kick things off with a massive tactical question. Imagine you've optimized your budget and you have a spare $1,000 sitting there from your paycheck. Do you fund your 401k to secure your employer's match? Or do you take that same $1,000 and put it into your health savings account, your HSA? It seems like a pretty simple choice, right? But I promise you, the math behind the curtain is going to completely surprise you.
Here's our battle plan for today. We're going to cover the 401k match baseline, the HSA triple tax advantage, winning the funding battle, and finally, understanding ESPP tax dispositions. Let's get to it.
Section 1, the 401k match baseline, establishing the standard move. So the typical formula we're dealing with here is actually super interesting. According to Vanguard data, the median 401k match sits right at 50 cents on the dollar, up to 6% of your salary. Meaning, if you drop in $1,000, your boss tosses in $500. I mean, on the surface, that literally looks like free money, right? It's an incredibly tough benefit to pass up.
But hold on, because that free money almost always comes with strings attached. You have to watch out for federal ERISA vesting rules. Basically, these are the laws dictating when that employer match actually legally belongs to you. Your employer can completely delay this. You might face a 3-year cliff vesting schedule, meaning if you bail before 3 years, boom, you lose every single penny of that match. Or they might use a graded schedule, where maybe you earn 20% of it a year over 5 years. At the end of the day, it's a retention tool for them and a pretty big risk factor for you.
Moving right along to Section 2, the HSA triple tax advantage. The challenger emerges.
Look, if you're only thinking of your HSA as some plastic debit card for copays at the doctor, you are seriously missing out. This thing is actually a stealth retirement vehicle with a triple tax advantage. Step 1, your contributions go in pre-tax. Step 2, any investment earnings grow completely tax-free. And Step 3, the money comes out totally tax-free as long as it's for qualified medical expenses. Seriously, it is the absolute only account in the entire tax code that lets you dodge taxes on the way in, during the growth phase, and on the way out. It's huge.
Which brings us to Section 3, winning the funding battle, analyzing the math of your benefits.
Okay, let's pit these two against each other using a real-world analysis from Mercer. We're looking at a New York employee to see exactly how the math shakes out. We're comparing a flat $1,000 contribution into an HSA versus a $1,000 contribution into a 401k that gets a 50% employer match. Now, keep in mind, this specific employee is facing a 22% top federal tax bracket, a 6.33% New York State tax rate, plus all your standard payroll taxes. So who wins?
Well, here is the absolute shocker. Because of those massive tax savings, literally bypassing federal, state, and payroll taxes all at once, a mere $1,000 HSA contribution is actually worth $1,562 on a tax-adjusted basis. No way, right?
Think about what that actually means. The tax advantage of the HSA for this specific person edges out the 401k even with that 50% employer match. $1,000 in the 401k plus the $500 match gets you to $1,500, but the tax-adjusted value of the HSA gets you to $1,562. And don't forget the best part, that HSA money is yours immediately. No vesting cliffs, no waiting periods, it's just yours.
Now, having to choose between the two kinda hurts, doesn't it? Well, the ultimate strategy, the absolute holy grail here, is finding an employer that offers aggregate matching. This is an incredibly smart plan design where your company calculates your 401k match based on the total of both your 401k deferrals and your pre-tax HSA contributions. If your job offers this, you are effectively doubling your benefit. You get the security of the HSA for medical emergencies with all the tax savings while still capturing every cent of that employer retirement match. It's a total game changer.
All right, let's step into the advanced arena with Section 4, understanding ESPP tax dispositions.
So, employee stock purchase plans, or ESPPs. They let you buy company stock at a discount, which is fantastic, but the tax rules are an absolute minefield. Under IRS Section 423B, how long you hold those shares completely dictates your tax bill. To turn your shares into a qualifying disposition and actually save money on taxes, you have to navigate this incredibly strict timeline. You must hold the stock for more than 2 years from the grant date, which is just the start of the offering period, and more than 1 year from the actual purchase date. If you get impatient and sell before hitting both of those milestones, that's a disqualifying disposition, and you're definitely going to pay higher ordinary income taxes on that discount.
But if you do hold the stock long enough to cross both of those finish lines, you unlock a really massive tax benefit. It involves the specific lesser of formula to figure out your compensation income, which is the part they tax at your regular, ordinary rates. It's either the actual gain you made, meaning the sales price minus your discounted purchase price, or the fair market value at the very beginning of the offering period, multiplied by your discount percentage. You only pay ordinary income tax on the smaller of those two numbers. Any profit left over, that gets taxed at the much friendlier long-term capital gains rate. It is a super powerful way to keep more of those gains firmly in your pocket.
And get this, did you know this tax rule is so heavily monitored that companies are legally required to track these qualifying dispositions? Yeah, it's wild. If you sell ESPP shares in a qualifying disposition, the company has to report that compensation income on a Form W-2. And the real kicker, they have to do this even if you left the company years ago. They are required by law to track your sales, which is exactly why your shares might be locked up with a specific broker, or why you might randomly get tax forms from an old boss out of the blue.
So as we've seen today, navigating vesting schedules, optimizing that HSA tax triangle, and holding out for ESPP qualifying dispositions, it doesn't just happen. It takes a deliberate strategy. So I'll leave you with this. Are you actively optimizing your accounts to build wealth, or are you accidentally leaving employer money on the table and handing your hard-earned benefits right back to the IRS? Go pull up your plan documents today, run your own numbers, and start defending your wealth.
The journey doesn't end here. See you at the next frontier. AuraLith Frontier.